Have you ever seen it? A man walks into a room, and without saying a word, the energy shifts. He doesn't need to be the loudest, the best-looking, or the wealthiest man there. But there's an invisible force around him, a quiet confidence that makes women subtly turn their heads and men instinctively straighten their posture. You've probably asked yourself, what is that? What does he have that I don't? It's not luck. It's not a genetic gift. It is a cultivated energy, an unspoken language of value that he communicates through his very being. I call this the gravity effect. It's the natural pull that a man who is centered in his own reality exerts on the world around him. This video is not about pickup lines or superficial tricks. This is about rewiring your internal operating system. If you feel like you're doing everything right, being the nice guy, giving compliments, showing constant attention, but you remain invisible to the women you truly desire, then stay with me. Because the key you're missing isn't about doing more, it's about being more. Most men are conditioned to be emotional beggars. They are taught to please, to prove their worth, to chase, and to be nice at all costs. And when this strategy inevitably fails, they are left confused and frustrated. But here's the brutal truth they don't understand. A woman doesn't fall for the man who is trying to win her approval, she falls for the man who has already approved of himself. If you don't choose yourself first, no one else will. Female desire is triggered by something far deeper than nice gestures. It is born from the presence of a whole, centered, and secure man. A man who isn't trying to please, but is simply being. With strength, with truth, with conviction. Today, we are going to deconstruct the 4 foundational habits that create the gravity effect. These are not things you do, they are ways you learn to be. Master them, and you will stop chasing attraction and start commanding it. Let's begin. The first habit is mastering what I call centered presence. This is not about just being physically in a room. It's about the quality of your energy while you're there. Most men operate with a scattered presence. They are physically with a woman, but their mind is racing with insecurities. What should I say next? Does she like me? Am I being funny enough? Their body language is fidgety, their eye contact is shifty. They are a storm of anxiety. A man with centered presence is the calm eye of that storm. When he is with you, he is with you. His attention is a focused beam, not a scattered light. His mind is not in the future, worrying about the outcome, it's right here, in the present moment. This is incredibly rare, and therefore, incredibly attractive. In a world of constant distraction, the gift of your undivided, calm attention is one of the most powerful things you can offer. How do you cultivate this? It starts with your body. Before you even think about what to say, get centered in your physical self. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Take a slow, deep breath into your belly, not your chest. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. This isn't just New Age talk, this is physiology. These actions send a signal to your nervous system to switch from a state of fight or flight to a state of rest and digest. From anxiety to calm. Your body language should communicate that you are home, wherever you are. Shoulders back, chest open, head held high. Your eye contact is direct but relaxed. You're not staring her down, you're seeing her. When you speak, your words come from this place of calm. You speak more slowly. You're not afraid of pauses. In fact, you use them to your advantage. A pause creates tension and gives your words weight. The man who is comfortable in silence is a man who is comfortable with himself. This centered presence is magnetic because it makes people feel safe and seen. A woman can finally relax in your presence because she feels she doesn't have to manage your anxiety. You are the anchor, and that allows her to be the ship, free to express herself without fear of capsizing you. The second habit is building an unshakable purpose. Most men make a woman the center of their universe. Their happiness, their decisions, their entire emotional state revolves around getting her approval. They adapt their personality, change their hobbies, and abandon their own goals to fit into what they think she wants. The result? They lose their edge. They become predictable. And anything that is predictable eventually becomes boring. The man who creates the gravity effect has a different center of gravity, his mission. He is so engaged in his own growth, so committed to his purpose, whether it's building a business, mastering a craft, or pursuing a passion, that a woman becomes a wonderful addition to his life, not the entire purpose of it. This is powerful because a man with a life that already makes sense without anyone else becomes desirable precisely because he doesn't need to be. His validation comes from his own progress, not from her affection. Think of your life as a compelling journey on a ship. You are the captain, and you have a clear destination. A woman doesn't want to be your destination, she wants to be an amazing co-pilot on an exciting voyage. If your ship is just sitting in the harbor, waiting for her to give it a direction, why would she want to get on board? This doesn't mean you ignore women or treat them poorly. It means your priorities are in order. Your mission comes first. This internal compass gives you a strength and a frame that is incredibly attractive. It communicates that you are a man of substance, a man who is going somewhere. Now, building this kind of internal frame, this unshakable purpose, is the single most important work a man can do. It is the foundation of everything. If you're ready to go deeper than this video and want a step-by-step blueprint for building this core confidence and understanding the hidden codes of attraction, I have prepared a complete guide. It's not just motivational text, it's a map. The link is in the description below. The third habit is practicing intentional scarcity. In economics, scarcity drives value. The same is true for attention. When you are 100% available, replying to texts instantly, always free to hang out, liking every photo she posts, you are communicating, without words, that your time and attention are not scarce resources. And therefore, they are not valuable. This is not about playing hard to get. This is about being hard to get, because you are genuinely busy building your own life. Your attention needs to be selective. Your time needs to be valuable. When you are present, be 100% present, as we discussed in the first habit. But when you are not, you are not. You are focused on your work, your workout, your friends, your mission. This creates a dynamic of intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological principle that makes slot machines addictive. If you get a reward every single time, it becomes boring. But if the reward is unpredictable, it creates a craving. When your attention is not guaranteed, it becomes a reward. She starts to wonder what you're doing. She begins to invest more of her own thoughts into you. This also applies to your emotional availability. Don't lay all your cards on the table at once. Maintain a sense of mystery. A man who is an open book on the first date is a book that's finished quickly. Let her discover you layer by layer. This isn't about being dishonest, it's about understanding the pacing of attraction. If you are serious about embodying this principle, I want you to go to the comments right now and type the word presence. It's a declaration that you understand your presence is a gift, and it will only be given to those who value it. The fourth, and perhaps most neglected habit, is mastering emotional control. While other men react to situations with jealousy, insecurity, anxiety, and fear of loss, the unforgettable man remains calm. He observes, he analyzes, and then he decides. This emotional control is a superpower. It communicates a deep sense of security, and security is a powerful aphrodisiac. When a woman tests you, and she is subconsciously checking the stability of your emotional foundation. If you react emotionally, you fail the test. If you remain centered and amused, you pass with flying colors. For example, if she says something provocative like, "You probably say that to all the girls," the reactive man gets defensive. "No, I don't. You're special." The centered man smiles, agrees, and amplifies. "Of course. It's my best line. But I only use it on the ones I actually find interesting." He shows that her test has zero power over his emotional state. This is not about being an emotionless robot. It's about being the master of your emotions, rather than a slave to them. It's about having an internal core so strong that the winds of external events cannot knock you off your center. This is the essence of the Stoic mindset, applied to modern attraction. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it's not things that upset us, but our judgment of things. If her lack of a text message destroys your peace, the problem isn't her, it's your emotional dependency. The antidote is to build your life from the inside out. Strengthen your mind. Have priorities. Have a mission. When you stop chasing and start building your own empire, things change. People treat you with more respect. Women see you with more admiration. And most importantly, you begin to respect yourself. So, I ask you a final question: do you want to be the man who is constantly reacting to what others do? Or do you want to be the man who sets his own rhythm, who attracts respect naturally, who doesn't need to chase anyone because he already has a clear direction? If you're ready to become that second man, then your evolution starts now. If this video gave you a new perspective, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, we get straight to the point. And remember, the guide to applying these principles in the real world, with clarity and depth, is waiting for you in the description. If you are no longer content to live like the 99%, the link is waiting for you. Now, go and build your empire.